All right, I think we're live. So let's give this a try. This is my first video. My name is Luke. Welcome to the channel. I want to be talking about some stocks today. So I want to review the stock market. So here's the purpose of this. So I basically give myself 10 minutes to look through, just do some quick research on what happened in the market today. And then I want to kind of present that information specifically involving the top 5 movers of the day. So I just want to figure out what is the company, how much should they move today, have they moved since the market's closed, why did they move today, is that a normal thing for them to have moved that much? Most likely it's not. Kind of what their recent high might be or their 5-year high, and just figure out if it would be a good buy. So I want to figure out if I can figure out any trends that there could be in the stock market. So we'll give it a try and get started. So yesterday, the top 5 movers were, yesterday being, let's see, what is today? Today's Tuesday, July 28th, 2020. So yesterday would be Monday, July 27th, 2020. So the top 5 movers yesterday were Wilhelmina Models, which is a modeling agency here in the United States. MNOV, M-N-O-V, which is Medici Nova Inc. They are a pharmaceutical company here in the U.S. The third biggest mover was Socket Mobile. They make mobile barcode scanners. So they made a new product yesterday, which kind of launched their stock price up. Rice, R-Y-C-E, is Amira Nature Foods Inc. It's based in the United Arab Emirates. It is one of the largest sellers of basmati rice in the world. To be honest, I'm not familiar with what basmati rice is. I probably should, but I don't. And the last one is a Chinese tech company called Sogo. So yesterday, being Monday the 27th, Wilhelmina was up 108%, MNOV up 95%, Socket Mobile up 52%, Rice up 51%, and Sogo up 48%. And I rounded a little bit here. Those aren't exact, but it's close enough. So based on that, when I wrote this data down yesterday, which was probably around 8 o'clock last night, at that time, Wilhelmina had already dropped 12% or started dipping aftermarket. MNOV 11% down, Socket 7% down, Rice 3% down, and Sogo was flat at the time. So when I do research on these companies, I want to figure out why they went up. So Wilhelmina, I could not figure out anything about them that made me feel like it was justified that they would go up yesterday. So kind of the purpose of this exercise is to figure out patterns and trends. So if I can see that a company really had no reason for going up at all on any particular day, to me it seems like it would be a good short opportunity for the following day. So my notes here, hopefully you guys can see this, says no news about the company. It could be a good shorting opportunity. One of the other things I look at is if they have a positive or negative earnings per share. I generally speaking like to invest in companies that are making money. So a positive earnings per share would be a great company to invest in. A negative earnings per share is something that I want to probably steer clear of. And again, that might present an opportunity to short the stock. So what happened to Wilhelmina today? Well, it dropped 27%. So yesterday it popped 108%, and today it dropped 27%. So that would have been a great shorting opportunity. Moving on down to Medici Nova, or MNOV, however you say it. They beat their earnings report the last few times. They've released their earnings, which is a good sign. They also released news that they're going to be making a new COVID-19 drug, which is a big deal. The target price given by analysts was $18 per share, and yesterday they closed at $11 per share. So if you believe the analyst, there would be plenty of room for growth and profit to be had. 11 up to 18 is what's that, like 80%, something like that. But they are a negative earnings per share company, so they do not make money. To me, that's always a scary thing. And today, they were down 33%. So again, would have been a great opportunity to short that stock today. The third company was Socket Mobile. Again, they make mobile barcode scanners. So they released a new product. It's basically like a brand new case you can put on your phone, that it charges your phone and acts as a handheld scanner. So that was a good positive thing for them. Because of that, they were up 52% yesterday. They are a company that earns money every year. They're in the positive, so positive earnings per share. And unsurprisingly today, they were up another 1.35%. So they would not have been a good company to short. Rice, the fourth company, up 51% yesterday. I could not figure out why they were up yesterday. I was on StockTwits. People were saying there's a new target price of $125 a share, which would have been crazy if that's true. Considering yesterday they started the day at $6 per share. So to go from $6 to $125 a share is a significant jump. They have hit $19 a share as recently as April, so they're a third to a half of that price right now. So maybe there's some opportunity for it to pop back up to where it was a few months ago. But as far as today goes, they were back down 12% after the big jump yesterday. And then lastly, the fifth biggest mover yesterday, which again is Monday, July 27, 2020, was Sogo, which is a Chinese tech company. They do specifically web search and search engines. They are a negative earnings company. A positive earnings company, which is a good sign. But they were down 1% today. So overall trend would be the 5 biggest movers from yesterday's market were on average down 14% today. So to me, if you can find a repeatable pattern like that, it's a good thing. You could potentially put, say, $1,000 into shorting the top 5 stocks. So let's say $200 per stock, put $1,000 into it, you would have made $140 today. That's not bad, in my opinion. $140 day, risking $1,000, pretty good. So moving into today, I kind of want to start this process and start making these videos live every day. I'm not sure if you all would find this interesting and appealing to tune in, but we'll give it a try. So today, overall, the market was down 205 points, which represented a negative 0.77% day, so not down terribly bad. The 5 biggest movers of the day were Kodak, Cypress Solutions, Golden Bull, Springbank Pharma, and Spar Group. So Kodak is like the Kodak that many of you all might think of. If you're younger, you probably don't know it, but if you're in my 30s, so it's an old camera company, basically film and cameras. So they have sort of gotten away from that lately to stay competitive and gotten into some other things. One of those things they're getting into is medication. So the big news and announcement today was that they received a $750 million loan from the U.S. government to be able to get into making medication, basically. So they popped 203% today. So we'll be anxious to see if they keep going up or keep going down. I will say, after the market closed today, they are up an additional 47%. But I do know that at one point today, they were up over 300%. So since that 300% gain, they dropped back to 200%. Aftermarket now up an additional 47%. They've been as high as almost $17 per share in the last 5 years, and they are currently at $11.70 a share. So there's a little bit of room left for them to get back to their old high, and they do make money, which is a positive thing. So you never know. Kodak would be a company that I would love to be able to watch. Just kind of see what happens to them over the next couple weeks. Cypress Solutions is a tech-based outsourcing. They do different products and different solutions for companies. They do a lot of aerospace and defense type stuff. But they announced that they won a couple of big major orders for a couple gas projects, one being in Canada, one being in Brazil. So they jumped 123% today. So they'd be a good one to add to your list. I will say they are a negative earnings per share company, so they do not make money. Be careful there. The third biggest mover today, again today being Tuesday, July 28th, 2020, was called Golden Bull. They're a online financial lender, specifically doing like short-term loans, small business loans, personal loans. They were up 47% today. They are a negative earnings per share company. They did not have any substantial news that I saw today. So I would be willing to say that there's a good chance that they drop tomorrow, in my opinion. The fourth biggest mover is Springbank Pharma. They're a clinical stage biopharma company. They did not have any substantial news today. They're up 42%. Again, another company that is in the negative, and if I was a betting man, I would say that they're probably going to go back down tomorrow. Lastly is Spar Group. Now, they are a merchandising company, so they set up new stores, they install shelving, they have some different solutions for different merchandising type big box stores to utilize. They popped 40% today. They did not have any substantial news that I could see. They are a positive, profitable company, which is a good thing. So they could maybe continue to see some growth. Again, but with no news, it would be hard for me to predict that they would continue to go forward on just one good day. So certainly one to watch. Other than the Kodak being up aftermarket today, the other four were already being sold off in the aftermarket. And then the last thing that I really notice is that most of these companies are what I would say, to me, a penny stock is a stock that's less than $1 per share. So Cypress started today at less than $1 per share, and Spar Group started today at less than $1 per share. Two of the next three started at less than $2 per share, and Kodak started the day at less than $3 per share. So, anytime you're seeing a company that is, that low per share, that's where you really see a huge opportunity for percentage gains. But at the end of the day, there's probably a reason that they're only worth, $2 per share. Otherwise, they would be priced a lot higher. So hopefully this was helpful. This is fun for me to just jump on and do some analytics and really look into these stocks, figure out, what might be a good investment, what might be a good short, and kind of go from there. So I appreciate you watching. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Babe.
Did you just make a video?
Oh no, I don't know.
I've been talking to my old roommate from college.
I'm still